And Shemaiah said, This shall be when I shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full. For that I heareth your murmurings, which you murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Ai. And Shemaiah speak unto Aaron, saying unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come near before Ai, for he has heard your murmurings. And it come to pass, as Aaron speak unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel, that they look towards the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Ai appeared in the cloud. And Ai speak unto Moshe, saying, I have heard the murmuring of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, At evening you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread. You shall know that Ai is your Redeemer, your Savior. And it come to pass that at evening the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay around about the host. And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness there lay a small round thing, as small as the hoar frost on the ground. And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, It is manna. For they wished not what it was. And Moshe said unto them, This is the bread which Ai has given you to eat. This is the thing which Ai has commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating, an omer for every man according to the number of your person. Take you every man for them which are in his tents. And the children of Israel did so, and gathered some more and some less. And when they did meter it with an omer, when they measured with the omer, he that gathered much had nothing over, and he that gathered little had no lack. They gathered every man according to his eating. And Moshe said, Let no man leave of it till the morning. Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Shemaiah, but some of them left of it until the morning. And it breathed worms and stank. And Moshe was wroth with them. And they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating. And when the sun waxed hot, it melted. And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omer for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moshe, and he said unto them, This is what which Ai has said, Tomorrow is the rest, the holy Sabbath unto Ai. Bake that which you will bake today, and steam that you will steam, and that which remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning. And Moshe said, It did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moshe said, Eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto Ai. Today you shall not find it in the field. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, in it there shall be none. And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day to gather, and there found none. And Ai said unto Moshe, How long refuse you to keep my commandments and my laws? See, for that Ai has given you the Sabbath. Therefore he gave you on the 6th day the bread of 2 days. Abide you every man in his place. let no man go out of his place on the seventh day. So the people rested on the seventh day. And the house of EZER-IAH called the name thereof manna. And it was like coronate seed, white. And the taste of it was like waffle made with honey. And Moses said, this is the thing which IAH commanded. Fill an omer of it to be kept for your generations, that they may see the bread wherewith I have fed you in the wilderness, when I brought you forth from the land of Egypt. And Moses said unto Aaron, take a pot, and put an omer full of manna therein, and lay it up before IAH to be kept for your generation, as IAH commanded Moses to Aaron. So Aaron laid it up before the testimony to be kept. And the children of EZER-IAH did eat manna 40 years, until they came to a land inhabited. They did eat manna until they came unto the borders of the land of Canaan. Now an omer in the 10th part of an ephah. And all the congregation of the children of EZER-IAH journeyed from the wilderness of Sinai after this journey. My brothers and sisters, what I have just read to you, it was IAH's plan to restore EZER-IAH back to his time system. IAH had two sacrifices, one in the morning and one in the evening, never at night. Exodus 18 and 13. We read, and it came to pass on the morrow, that was the next day, and Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. From the morning until the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning until evening? And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of IAH. When they have a matter, they come to me, and I judge between one and another, and I do make them know the statutes of IAH and his laws. Also in Genesis chapter 7 verses 4, we see IAH says, for yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. 40 days and 40 nights. My dear brothers and sisters, the Most High has distinguished between day and night for us throughout the whole book that he gave unto us. We are to study the book and see what the Most High is saying to us. And we must reject the teachings of Lucifer and his worship, and turn unto IAH and keep his holy worship. Let's look at Numbers chapter 11 verses 32. And the people stood up all that day and all that night and all the next day, and they gathered the quails. He that gathered lists gathered 10 homers, and they spread them all abroad for themselves round about the camp. My dear brothers and sisters, IAH has continued to show us the distinction, the difference between day and night throughout all his words. And I will continue to show you some more. My dear brothers and sisters, I will repeat again. A day does not start at night. The word day means light. Darkness means night. Genesis 1:1-5. We cannot equate day with night. They are different. The Most High divided them, and He has not put them back together. Until this day, they are different. They are different. And anyone who says otherwise are teaching Luciferian doctrine. Because Lucifer is the one who is preaching that doctrine. Lucifer is the one who is trying to distort the teaching of IAH, our Redeemer. And nowhere in IAH's book has he given us any instruction that will show us the day begins at night. Nowhere. Let's take you to Proverbs chapter 4, verses 18. And it reads, "But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shine more and more unto perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble." We go to Genesis chapter 2, from verses 2-3, and it reads, "And on the seventh day IAH ended his work which he has made. He rested on the seventh day from all his work which he has made. And IAH blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he has rested from all his work which he IAH has created and made." Let's go back to Genesis chapter 1, verses 13. "And the evening and the morning were the third day." Chapter 2. "And IAH said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Let them be in the firmament, lights be in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." They are to divide it, not to put it together, to divide them. Back into Psalm 104. Again, we go back to Psalm 104, verses 20-23. "Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep forth. The young lion roar after the prey, and seek their meat from IAH. The sun arise, they gather themselves together, they lay them down in their dens. Man go forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. Brothers and sisters, we go to Judges. Judges chapter 16 verses 2, and it reads, "And it was told the Gezerites, says, Samson is come hither, and they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, In the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him." They waited all night quietly, waiting for him, saying, "In the morning, when it is day," day what? Daylight, "they will kill him." Brothers and sisters, let's check it out at Genesis chapter 8 verses 22. "While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night shall not cease." While the earth remaineth, listen to the words of the Most High. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, time to plant, time to reap, the cold and the heat, the summer and the winter, it is as day and night shall not cease. They are not ended. They are not together. They are not one. They are separate. Day is day. Night is night. Night is darkness. Day is light. Morning is a part of the day. Evening is part of the day. Night is night. You cannot put night in day. You cannot put day in night. Only Lucifer trying to do this, and he will not succeed, because the Most High, our Redeemer, is enlightening us to his truth, and we are searching it. We're going to repair the breach. We're going to make the crooked thing straight. Ayah is great. Ayah is great. Yes, brothers and sisters, let's look at it again. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 18, and we read in verse 27, and we go from 27 to 29. "And it came to pass at noon that EZER-IAH mocked them and said, Cry aloud, for he is a deity. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey. Peradventure he may be sleepeth, and must be awakened. And they cried aloud, and cut themselves, and after them manner, with knives and lances, till the blood gushed out from out of them, upon them. And it came to pass, when midday was past, midday, when noon was past, noon, midday, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening. Midday past, evening stepped in. The evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice nor any to answer them, not any that regarded them. And EZER-IAH said unto all the people, Come near unto me. When? In the evening. And all the people came near unto him, and he repaired the altar of Ayah that was broken down. And EZER-IAH took 12 stones, according to the number of the tribe of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of Ayah came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. Now, my brothers and sisters, he stayed there. It came to pass at noon. So they stayed all morning. Let's go to verse 26. They took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it and called on the name of Baal. They called on the name of Baal from morning even until noon. The day starts in the morning, brothers and sisters. They stay there from morning until noon, midday, saying, "O Baal, hear them." They're calling on Baal to hear them. Just like our brothers and sisters are doing today, calling the Lord. The word B-A-L-L is the same word like L-O-R-D. And that's what they was doing. But there was no voice, nor any that answered them. And those who are calling on Baal today, they will never have no one to answer them the same way. No voice, none to answer. And they leap upon the altar which was made, just like they're leaping in the churches, throwing down themselves in the pew, throwing down themselves over the benches, throwing down themselves on the altar. It's the same thing they're doing today. It's the same Baal they're calling on. In the same day, from morning to evening, in the same day. They're doing the same thing today. And there is none to answer them. My dear brothers and sisters, the Most High is showing you. It's in His book. Read it. Now, my brothers and sisters, I will take you to another witness. Now we go to 2 Samuel. And we see in 2 Samuel verses 32, we read, "And they took up Asahel and buried him in the sepulchre of his father, which was in Bethlehem. And Joab and his men went all night, and they came to Hebron at the break of day." They went all night and came to Hebron in the dawning of day, the break of day. So how could your day begin at night? If your day begins at night, they would have been there all night until the breaking of what? They would have been there all day till the breaking of night, because they say your day starts at night. But Ayah is telling you something different. Ayah is showing you through his prophets, in his words, that the day begins in the morning. Now, my brothers and sisters, let us go to Judges chapter 19, verses 25. And it reads, "But the men will not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine and brought her forth unto them, and they knew her and abused her all the night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go." Do you see when your day begins? They did it all night until the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. When does your day start? In the morning. Your day springs in the morning, not at night. No 6 o'clock in the evening. No 12 o'clock midnight. It's in the morning. That's when your day begins, my dear brothers and sisters. I still have some more witness for you. Now, my brothers and sisters, let us go to Job chapter 7, verses 4. Let us see the witnesses of the Most High telling you when your day begins. And here we read Job chapter 7, verses what? Chapter 7, verses 4. And it reads, when I lie down, I say, when shall I arise, and the night be gone? And I am full of tossing to and fro unto the dawning of the day. He says, when he lie down, which is at night, he wants to, and he says, when shall I arise? Because he is not sleeping well. The night, he wants the night to be gone. He wants to stop tossing to and fro. He wants to see the dawning of the day. Your day begins at dawn, in the morning, not at night. My brothers and sisters, your day begins in the morning, not at night. Again, reject this Luciferian doctrine, this false doctrine that Satan wants you to worship him. He wants you to worship him and keep his night sacred. He wants you to think that his time that he sets is the time that you should follow. But the Most High has made it clear for us. He has made his time and he set it in place for us. My dear brothers and sisters, let's reject this false doctrine and keep your day. Your day begins from the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, as he told you in the psalm to praise him. And I will read it to you sooner. My brothers and sisters, let's go to Psalms. In Psalm 136, verses 7 to 9, and it reads, to him that made great lights, for his mercies endures forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercies endures forever. The moon and the stars to rule by night, for his mercies endures forever. Praise be to EZER-IAH. Now, my brothers and sisters, could we go to Ecclesiastes and we will read from verse 14. Ecclesiastes 14, and we will go to 19. And it reads, I know that whatsoever EZER does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And EZER does it, that men should fear before him. We are not to change his stuff. We can't fix it. We can't change it. We have to accept it. That which has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. And EZER require that which is past. EZER don't need no new thing, no man making up stuff for him. He requires which is past. And moreover, I saw unto the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. EZER said in his heart, EZER shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time therefore for every purpose and for every work. EZER said in his heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that EZER might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befall the sons of men befall beasts, even one thing befalleth them, as the one dieth, so die the other. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man has no permanence above a beast, for all is vanity. We are not to change anything. We are to abide. We are to obey. We're supposed to recognize, to keep, and to do. Praise EZER. My brothers and sisters, let's go to Isaiah chapter 40, and we start in verse 8. the grass withers, the flower fadeth, but the word of EZER shall stand forever. The grass withers, the flower fadeth, but the word of EZER stands forever. Now, my brothers and sisters, I will take you to Leviticus chapter 20, and we begin in verses 8 to 11. And it reads, "And ye shall keep my statutes and do them." EZER is your Redeemer who sanctifies you. For everyone that curses his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother, his blood shall be upon him. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. And the man that lieth with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness. But of them shall surely be put, both of them shall be surely be put to death. The blood shall be upon them. My dear brothers and sisters, we are to keep the laws of the Most High. In no way we are to break his laws. In no way we are to change his rules. I will now take you to Leviticus chapter 23, and I begin in verse 5 to 32. Chapter 23, verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at evening is EZER's Passover, and on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto EZER. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. In the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. But you shall offer an offering made by fire unto EZER 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. And EZER speak unto Shemaiah, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When you be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest, and he shall wave the sheaf before EZER to be accepted for you on the morrow. After the Sabbath the priest shall wave it. On the morrow after the Sabbath he shall wave it. Is after tomorrow is the following day. My dear brothers and sisters, the following day. And you shall offer that day when you wave the sheaf and the lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto EZER. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto EZER for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of an hin. And he shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your Redeemer. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generation in all your dwelling. And you shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days, and you shall offer a new meat offering unto EZER. You shall bring out of your habitation 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto EZER. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto EZER, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire of sweet savour unto EZER. Then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goat for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruit of a wave offering before EZER, with the 2 lambs. And they shall be holy to EZER for the priest. And you shall proclaim the selfsame day, that it may be a holy convocation unto you. You shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwelling throughout your generation. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean radiance of the corners of the field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather a gleaning of the harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor, to the stranger, and to the EZER your redeemer. And EZER speak unto Shemaiah, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, EZER, say, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the 1st month, shall you have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and of holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein, but you shall offer an offering made by fire unto EZER. And EZER speak unto Shemaiah, saying, Also on the 10th day of this month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and you shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto EZER. And you shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before EZER your redeemer. For whatever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whosoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generation in all your dwelling. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and you shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month. At evening, from evening unto evening shall you celebrate your Sabbath. And EZER speak unto Shemaiah, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say, The 15th day of this month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles. But my dear brothers and sisters, this is the only day that the Most High told us is a Sabbath unto us. And that's the only Sabbath we are to keep, from evening to evening, from the 9th day to the 10th day. From the 9th day, from evening to evening. It starts from on the 9th to the evening of the 10th. Let me repeat. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. You shall afflict your souls in this 9th day of the month. At evening, from evening unto evening shall you celebrate your Sabbath. And EZER speak unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say, The 15th day of this 7th month was across it. But that is the only day where we celebrate, from one evening to the other evening. From evening, the 9th evening, to the 10th evening. That is the Day of Atonement. I will take you now to Psalms 113. And we'll go in verses 3. I will start in verses 2. Blessed be the name of IAH from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun unto the going down of the same, IAH name is to be praised. IAH is high above all the nation, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto IAH, our Redeemer, who dwell on high, who humble himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth? He raised up the poor out of the dust, and lift the needy out of the dunghill. Remember, he tells us to wake up, awake, awake, shake yourself, shake off the dust. He is the one that does this for us. From the rising of the sun to the going down of the same, his name is to be praised. The Most High, when he made light, he said it was good. And light is what our Maker make. Now, brothers and sisters, I will take it to Psalms 50, and I will go from verse 1 to 2, and it reads, The Almighty IAH, our Redeemer, has spoken, and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Mount Moriah, the perfection of beauty, IAH has shined. Our Redeemer has come, and shall not keep silent. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. My dear brothers and sisters, the Most High has bring forth light. He is the light of the world. He is the light to the Hebrew Israelites. And we, with his light, become the light to the Gentiles. Praise IAH. Praise. My dear brothers and sisters, I've made a mistake with one of my names that I used the word. I used the word Israel, Israelites. And the correct word is EZER-IAH. The correct form is EZER-IAH. Now I will take you to Malachi. And I will go with you in Malachi chapter 1, and I will begin in verse 11. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, IAH name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto IAH's name, the name IAH, and a pure offering for IAH shall be great among the heathen, says IAH of hosts. And to IAH name, from the rising of the sun to the going down, every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall swear. For IAH is our Redeemer. IAH is our King. So my dear brothers and sisters, I've come to the end of this lesson. And I hope it will do you a great deal in advancing your knowledge into the word of the Most High. I pray that He will open your intellect and you will come to the comprehension of what I've said. You may check the scriptures I've given you and read them yourselves and educate yourselves with the help of the Most High, IAH, our Redeemer. He is one. He is righteous all the time. IAH is great. IAH is great. IAH is excellent in all the earth. IAH is excellent in all the earth. I hope you get it, that you know that your day begins at dawn and ends at dusk. The night is night and the day is day. And IAH has two covenants. He has one with the day and one with the night. I have warned us not to break those covenants. not to violate them. So it is our duty to make sure that we know that when the day begins and when it ends, so that we worship Ayah in the right time, in the right season, in the right month, the right days. We must keep Ayah's calendar. So may Ayah bless you. May Ayah guide you. May Ayah give you the strength and the energy to know what's right from what's wrong. Ayah, have mercy on me. Ayah, have mercy on me. Ayah, have mercy on me. My dear brothers and sisters, I pray that you will ask the Most High to have mercy upon you as long as you live, as long as you live. Praise be to Ayah. Praise be to Ayah.